we're just gonna start with some grounded movements, just doing some light foam rolling. All of this is in preparation of running. Just some basic chassis work, so shoes and socks off. To focus on the feet real quick, but let's go down to some dialed in progressions here. I want about 10 seconds each spot, no more, no less. And we're gonna follow that 10-second rule all the way up the chain, okay? You're gonna start in the middle of your foot and you're just gonna go into a dorsiflex position and roll as much pressure as you can handle. If you need more pressure, just put the weight of your hip over your foot. So making the foot more dynamic in its range of motion. In this dorsiflex position, we want to roll in, go inverted. We want to evert the foot. Let's move up to the ball of the foot. So right under the knuckles of the ball of the foot, right underneath those metatarsal heads. Same thing, pronate, supinate, invert, evert. We're gonna go ahead and hit the anterior side of the lower leg. If you have trouble even getting your toes up into extension, or your clients do, those muscles, of course, originate further up the lower leg. So we start here, and we'll work our way down. Again, about 10 seconds from here to there, okay? I like going for this position. It's more body weight, cross the leg, and you just sit down on it. All right, let's hit those calves. Start at the top, right under the knee. I'm sure you all have done this one plenty of times. All right, let's roll it up. Hamstrings. All right, quads. All right, switch legs. Okay, we're gonna stay up on the hips. We're just gonna rotate to the TFL. All right, buttocks. Switch. All right, so we're just gonna drive down the back from the sacrum to the T-spine. Really just the shoulder blades where they begin. All right, go up to the lats. All right, I'm gonna conclude on just a nice round of inhales and exhales in this position, sitting into the lats. And it's just gonna be 3 or 4, 5 if it feels good. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, the first actual movements we're gonna do to prep the chassis for running are going to be lunge matrix. I know you do a lot of it loaded, so this is gonna be, of course, unloaded, slow, controlled. I'm gonna give you a few standards of movement, primarily that I'll deal with the feet, all right? Well, that's kind of the setup for each lunge for us. Set the arches, see how well you can keep the stability of your arches as you ground those toes. We don't want to be lunging with, of course, a valgus moment, too much pronation, too much supination. One of the ways we can easily control that is before the lunge, we set up the toes, set up the arches of the feet. So keep the ball of your foot in contact with the turf. Bring your toes up into extension as far as you can. Feel like your arches are all higher now. We'll try to keep the height of your arches while you lay your toes back down. As you get better, it feels like you're suction cupping the ground, okay? The first lunge is a forward lunge. So on my step outs, I'm setting those toes as I reach for the ground. So by the time my body weight's on top, my arches are structured, okay? So 5 each side. Good, that's a good pace for everybody. I wouldn't want it any faster than that. Slow and controlled. The next is simply a lunge, front lunge with a twist. It's so important in your own running health, as well as your clients, that they have a good communication between shoulder girdle and hip girdle. And there's a lot more mobility up here than there is here. And that makes sense. This is our power, this is our stabilizer, our counterweight, right? We can create a lot of running elastic energy by the two reciprocating each other. We create a twist that creates stability 360 degrees around our spine, and that's what makes a person more like a pogo stick when they run. The most elastic looking runners, I guarantee, probably have this nice rotation of shoulders and hips. Once you're here, you twist, contralaterally. So just think this hand should be able to touch that foot. Opposite arm to opposite foot. Don't rotate to the point where you have to arch your back, and honestly, don't even worry about touching your foot. That's just a visual cue. So what I'm noticing right now is great movement up here, but a lot of us on that way up, you're losing contact with your big toe. Big toe is the anchor, right? If the big toe goes, who knows where the knee's going. Next is a 5 o'clock and a 7 o'clock lunge. We're gonna do a straight lateral lunge first, 5 each side. Same standards of the feet and big toe. See if you can stay upright, don't bend at the waist. Now it's 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So it's just a step back to about a 90-degree angle. Only go back as far as you can without collapsing at the waist. Last, simple back lunge. So back. Big point here is the feet, right? If we're in shoes, I can't see any of that. So I think that's the biggest takeaway for yourself and for your use with clients. So that's as simple as it gets in regards to prepping your chassis with large movements.